The following is a presentation of Payoff Pitch Baseball. Good evening, everybody. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you here to Oakland Coliseum for tonight's game between the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland Athletics. For those of you who watched a really exciting game last night, we can only hope we're going to have a really exciting game tonight. And this game is huge in the American League. Taking a look at the American League standings, you can see Oakland only a game and a half ahead of Texas for first place in the American League West. The Kansas City Royals are a game and a half behind the Chicago White Sox for second place in the American League Central. Is that important? Yes, because the top two teams in each division make the playoffs. So Kansas City does have to stay with the White Sox, and those two teams do meet next week in the last 3 days of the regular season. Meanwhile, Oakland's still holding on to a slim lead over the Rangers, so anything can happen out here in the American League West. This is a big matchup between these two, and I'm excited for it, and we should all be, because I think it's going to be a great baseball game. It'll be Tom Gordon pitching for the Royals and Todd Van Poppel going for the Athletics tonight. Let's take a look at the starting lineup here. For the Kansas City Royals, it'll be Vince Coleman leading off. Brian McRae will bat second. Wally Joyner bats third. Bob Hamelin, the designated hitter, batting fourth. Gary Gaetti batting fifth. Felix Jose is sixth. Mike McFarland batting seventh. Greg Gagne batting eighth. And Jose Lean is batting ninth. Defensively for the A's, we got Mark McGuire at first base. Brent Gates is at second. Third baseman is Craig Paquette. The shortstop is Mike Bordick. In left field is Stan Javier. In center field is Eric Fox. Ricky Henderson getting the night off. In right field is Ruben Sierra. The catcher is Terry Steinbach. And on the mound for the Oakland Athletics will be Todd Van Poppel. 7 wins, 10 losses, 6.09 ERA. 6.4 strikeouts, 6.9 walks, and 1.5 homers per 9. So Todd Van Poppel at 23, a very young Van Poppel, is only 23 years old. Had a kind of an under average first year. Steeler fan 1933 joins us at the Oakland Coliseum here for this game between the Royals and the A's. And Steeler fan, if you remember yesterday's game, who knows what tonight's game is gonna bring? And for those of you who do not know anything about yesterday's game between the Phillies and the Expos, catch it on my channel. It was a fun game to play. Oakland Coliseum getting all spiffied up. Kansas City comes into this game at 86 and 66. Oakland 68-84. The Royals are 5-2 in payoff pitch play, where Oakland is 1-2 in payoff pitch play. And Tribe Fan 879 joins us. Welcome, sir. Steeler fan will make sure you are well taken care of here at Oakland Coliseum. This is 1994, so Mount Davis doesn't exist yet. So it's still pretty open and still a decent stadium. At least at that time, it was still pretty decent. Oakland Coliseum, pretty much around a pitcher's park. Right-handed batter wheelhouse 1-29, left-handed batter wheelhouse 1-48. So that's a combination of 77. So I'm going to say it's a bit of a pitcher's park overall. Let's go to the top of the first inning. Van Poppel's done. Let's play some baseball here. Leading off for Kansas City will be Vince Coleman. Van Poppel is a right-hander. Coleman 231 average. No homers against right-handed pitching. So here we go as this game is underway. And we're going to start off with a tough 65, and that's going to be a ground to hit the second base. That's picked up by Gates. He has it and throws to first for out number 1. 1 down right there for Van Poppel. Next batter up for the Royals will be Brian McRae. McRae batted .259, 3 homers against right-handed pitching. Salvador America now joins us here at Oakland Coliseum, and he's hoping to see another exciting game like last night. Here's the pitch to McRae. That's going to be a patient 66, and that's a ground ball to second as well. Gates will get to that. He will throw to first for out number 2. Two outs. And the next batter will be Wally Joyner, batted .314 with 7 homers against right-handers. Very important game for both these teams. Oakland still 1.5 game ahead of Texas for first place in the AL West. Kansas City 1.5 game back of the White Sox for second place in the AL Central. This one's going to be a ballpark 61. That's going to be in play. And an in-play 45 is popped up in the infield. And Gates is going to get there and make the other play again. So Brent Gates has earned his paycheck in the first inning as Joyner pops out. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Van Poppel. No scoring there. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Oakland Athletics. Stan Javier batting first. Brent Gates batting second. Geronimo Baroa batting third. Ruben Sierra batting fourth. Baroa, by the way, is the designated hitter. Mark McGuire batting fifth. Terry Steinbach is sixth. Mike Bordick batting seventh. Craig Paquette batting eighth. And Eric Fox is batting ninth. Defensively for Kansas City at first base is Joyner. Jose Lean at second. Greg Gagne, the shortstop. Gaetti is at third. In left field is Vince Coleman. Center field, Brian McRae. Right fielder, Felix Jose. Mike McFarland as the catcher. And on the mound for the Kansas City Royals tonight will be Tom Gordon. Had actually a pretty decent year. 11 wins, 7 losses, a 4.35 ERA. Average 7.3 strikeouts, 5 walks, and a 0.9 homers per 9. As Gordon gets the call tonight for the Royals. I already have a schedule set up for next week. The schedule is tentative, and I'm going to tell you right now, there will be double headers next week on the last 3 days of the season. So be prepared. There could see some good baseball coming up, and Steeler fan tells me that he already started a 2015 Astros replay on Stratomatic PC, rolls the dice. Finishes 2015 Penguins. Pittsburgh Penguins. Nothing like a little bit of hockey once in nothing like a little bit of hockey once in a while. Go Panthers. Since I happen to be living in South Florida, I like my Panthers. Bottom of the first inning, leading off for Oakland will be Stan Javier. Tom Gordon, a right-hander. Javier batted .345, 7 homers against the righties. Pitch coming from Gordon, and that is going to be a ballpark 90. That's an in-play. And an in-play 00, so now we have a rare play coming up. So automatically a rare play. 5-5. Let's see what the rare play is according to the chart. Batter strikes out. Roll 2d6, 2-7. Batter rejected for arguing a call. 8-12. Batter is humbled and returns to dugout. Oh boy! So Stan Javier arguing with the umpire, and he's just going to say, "I'm very sorry, sir. Can I go back to the dugout?" And the umpire says, "Yes. Get your butt back in the dugout, but don't yell at me again." So Javier is out on a strikeout. Tried to argue with the umpire, but he humbled himself and said, "Okay, I'm going back." Javier knows this game's important. You can't really take him out. Next batter for the A's will be Brent Gates. Gates batted .260 with 2 homers against right-handed pitching. Bears Den 007 has joined us. Welcome to Oakland Coliseum. Just underway, bottom of the first inning, no score. Pitch to Gates. That's going to be an in-play 44, and that's a ground ball hit to first. Joyner's going to get to that one, and that's going to be out number 2. 2 men down, and now the batter will be Geronimo Baroa. Batted .283, 6 home runs against the righties. So I'd like to remind you, like I said, we will have double headers. I have 3 double headers already scheduled. And I'm going to try to play them back to back. So we'll see what happens if we can for next week's schedule for the last week of the regular season. I got more to say on that too. That's going to be a patient 59, and Baroa's going to get a base hit. 2-out single for Baroa. He'll go to first. As he hits that one into right field, Baroa will stay. A 4B steal rating, will not run. And now we'll see Ruben Sierra batted .233 with 13 home runs against righties. Tom Gordon looks over at Baroa. Now the pitch to Sierra. And that's going to be a tough 27 and struck him out. And that will end the inning there. So no runs on a hit for Oakland, but it's still no score at the end of 1. I would like to remind you, I've already checked the schedule for this. So remember, this is a schedule that I'm using that was the as scheduled games, not as played, because, well, I'm playing games that were not played. As much as I already know there are going to be some teams that are going to be below 162 games in the season. I've already checked it, and it's going to happen. I am not adding any extra games. Whatever the last game of the season are, is what it's going to be. I'm not going to add any extra games. We're ending the season at the end of next week's schedule, okay, before I set up for the playoffs. I'm not adding any more games. I already know for a fact the Orioles are missing a couple of games. I think the Yankees are too. I'm not sure about – I checked that. I know the Mets are missing a couple. Probably rainouts that occurred during the early part of the season and never got a chance to be rescheduled. I'm not going to do it. Whatever schedule is what it's going to be, and that's how we're going to do it. So the season ends next week. I hope you guys really don't have an issue with that, but we're going to do it. I will say one thing, however, for all you Yankees and Red Sox fans, I had absolutely no choice. The Yankees will play the Red Sox next week. I can't do a season without a Yankees-Red Sox game. So be prepared for that one. That's coming up. You'll see the schedule on Payoff Pitch Gamers blog on Facebook. Anyway, enough talk. Top of the second inning. Bob Hamlin leads off for the Royals, and he bats .287 with 24 homers. Here's the pitch to Van Poppel. That's going to be an 8-patient 81, and that is a fly ball to center. Coming up to make that is going to be Fox. He makes the play for out number 1. 1 man down. And that will bring up Gary Gaetti. Gaetti batted .297 with 7 homers against the righties. That's going to be a tough 20. Struck him out. Big strikeout for Van Poppel. That's his first strikeout of the game. Gaetti will head back to the dugout. And now we'll see Felix Jose batted .295 with 8 homers against right-handed pitching. That's right. Got to play at least one Red Sox-Yankees game. I looked at it and I said, I haven't played a Yankees-Red Sox game. Got to do at least one, even at this stage of the season. The Red Sox, of course, are not in it at all. The Yankees will probably have clinched the division by that time. But, yes, we will have the Yankees-Red Sox game next week. That is for definite. So be on the lookout for which day I'm going to schedule it for. Here's Jose. And that's going to be a patient 33. That's a walk. Felix Jose will take a trip to first. First walk given up by Van Poppel. And now that will bring up Mike McFarland, batted .252 with 11 homers against right-handed. Felix Jose, 5D steal rating, will not run. 2 outs. We'll see if Van Poppel does. Super pitch again here. That's going to be a patient 39, and he walks McFarland. And McFarland will go to first. So now Van Poppel has walked the last 2 batters with 2 outs here in the top of the second. And the next batter for the Royals will be Greg Gagne, batted .267 with 6 homers against righties. So Kansas City here a chance to maybe get some runs here on Van Poppel. Pitch coming. That's going to be a patient 92. He'll get out of the inning. Fly ball to left. Coming on to make it is going to be Javier. He gets to it, makes the catch, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, a couple of walks, but that's it. Still no score. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. And as I said, I made the schedule. It's tentative. I still could make changes depending on if any playoff spots have already been clinched and the games become meaningless. But we'll see what we do. I think I did a good job on it for next week. And we're going to have double headers, so be prepared. We'll have at least one American League and one National League doubleheader. So the first game could be an American League game. The next game could be national or switching, depending on the closest home team to the East Coast. I'll do it in that way, as you would. Tom Gordon will come back on the mound, and leading off for the Athletics will be Mark McGwire. McGwire batted .301 with 5 homers against the righties in '94. We got 1 week left in the season, people, and these games are interesting. Here's the pitch from McGordon. That's going to be a defense 78, an error check to third base, I think, to Gaetti. And then error check is a 3. Gaetti 1-49, 78, not a problem. Gaetti's got it, throws to first and gets out number 1. Nice play by Gaetti. And that just goes as a routine grounder to third. And now we will see Terry Steinbach, batted .249, 5 homers against righties. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ballpark 24. That is in the wheelhouse. And a wheelhouse 16 by Steinbach. Pow! That one is hit high. That one is hit deep to center field. Going back for it is McRae. Going back. He's going to run out of room. That ball goes over the fence. Solo home run by Terry Steinbach. A wheelhouse 16 sends the ball out of there. It's a solo shot for Steinbach, and the A's are going to grab the lead 1-0. And Oakland Coliseum gets a little louder. Big home run by Steinbach. The next batter for the A's will be Mike Bordick. He batted .254 and a homer with 1 home run against right-handed pitching. We'll see if Gordon shakes off the homer. Here's the pitch to Bordick. And that's going to be a tough 72 fly ball to center. But this one will stay there. McRae will get to it. And that's out number 2. 2 men down. And now the batter is Craig Paquette. Paquette batted .161, no homers against the righties. He gets the call at third base tonight. Here's the pitch from Gordon. And that is a patient 0-3, and Paquette's going to go ahead and hit one hard. That one's going to go all the way into left center field. A bounce off the wall. Paquette's going to wind up at second base with a double. Nice hit by Craig Paquette. He'll stay there at second easy. Nice shot by him. He holds at second base. And now the batter will be Eric Fox. Fox batted .172 with no homers against right-handed pitching. A little bit of an interesting lineup for the A's tonight, but that's the lineup that came up. I did like the pitching matchup between Gordon and Van Poppel, and that was kind of like my choice. 2 outs, runner on second, pitch to Fox. And that's going to be a ballpark rare play. So let's see what happens. We go back. This is rare play number 2. 3-5. Let's see what we got. Defense. Reroll all dice and refer to defense chart. Player with an A range or 5E rating makes highlight reel catch. Reroll all dice and refer to defense chart. Player with an A range or 5E. Well, basically, we got to check out the range. And there's going to be an error check to third base. And error check to third base. And so that's going to be a 16. I think that's going to be an error on Gaetti. His error rating is a 5. And yeah, I think so. Player with an A range or 5E rating makes a highlight reel catch. No, he does make the catch. Gaetti with an error rating of 5. He has it. Great play by Gary Gaetti. And that's the final out of the inning. I didn't read that right until I double-checked it. So Gaetti makes a great leaping grab off a shot off of Eric Fox that was definitely going to go into the outfield. And that will retire the side. That is a line out to third is what it goes down as. Gary Gaetti saves at least a run there. And that's how it goes. But the A's get one run on 2 hits. A solo shot by Steinbach, and they lead 1-0. We go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Royals will be Jose Lean, bats .273 with no homers against right-handed pitching. We'll see him now if Kansas City can get some of the runs back. Or get one run back. Pitch is on the way. That's going to be a patient 79. Fly ball to center field. Coming under it will be Eric Fox. He'll get there, and that's out number 1. Top of the order now with the Royals. Here's Coleman. Coleman grounded out his last time up. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ballpark 09. That's wheelhouse. A wheelhouse 23 is going to be a base hit for Coleman. Smacks a single into left center field. Coleman will hold it first easy. And a nice base hit for him. Tying run aboard. Next batter is Brian McRae. A 9B steal rating, and Vince Coleman cannot get the lead, so he will not steal on this batter. Brian McRae grounded out his last time up. 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a tough 08, and McRae caught looking at strike 3. 2 outs. Should have swung at that one. That was right there. Big strikeout by Van Poppel. Coleman now has a chance to steal, and now with a 9B steal rating, he should go, even though with 2 outs. Wally Joyner is the batter. Question is, do you want to take the bat out of Joyner's hands? He bats .314 against righties. Coleman on first. I really don't think you steal. Steinbach has an arm of a 3A. It would be a very good chance for Coleman to get there. I'm gonna keep him out to 2 outs. I'm gonna have Joyner just let Joyner swing. So runner on first. Van Poppel will pitch to Joyner, and that is going to be a tough 31. And good thing I did. That's going to be a base hit for Joyner. And that's more than a base hit. He smacks that one into the left field corner. Vince Como rounding third. He will score. Joyner holds at second. An RBI double, and this game is tied. Big home run in the bottom half of inning number 2. And now a big RBI double by Wally Joyner ties this game right back up. And Joyner will hold at second. And the batter now is Bob Hamelin. Hamelin flew out his last time up. Pitch from Van Poppel. That's going to be a tough 42. And Hamelin, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that will end the inning. 1 run for Kansas City on 2 hits. Bottom of the third coming up. We're tied at 1. In a very key matchup for both these teams, as one team is ahead by 1.5 in the American League West, and one team is chasing a team by a game and a half back for second place. Remember, second place in each division will get you the playoffs. Here's Tom Gordon. He'll take over back on the mound. And it is the top of the batting order for Oakland. Here's Javier. He struck out his last time up. Pitch on the way. That's going to be a ballpark 13. That's wheelhouse. Javier 25. He's going to smack one all the way deep into center field. That's going to bounce off the wall. Javier will make it to second. That is a leadoff double. Fans excited on that. Big play there by big hit by Javier. He'll hold at second. Well, not even though it's a 4 on the board, he could steal, but it has to be doubles for him to do so. So he will not even think about it. He'll hold at second. Brent Gates will be the next batter. Gates grounded out his last time up. So far, Oakland Coliseum is allowing a number of hits. Pitch from Gordon. And that's going to be a defense check 45. An error check to the shortstop. The ball is hit to Gagne. His error rating is a 4, a 45. He'll make the play. That's going to be an out. And it's going to be a line out right to short. 1 out. It's a line drive to the shortstop. And Gates will have to hold at second base. And Gagney's range rating is a B. I don't really think he can make a double play. I'm going to check it anyway. No, it is. Fielder makes great catch, a line drive. If range is A or B, lead runner cut off base for a double play. My bad. Good thing I checked. Javier is out. That goes as an L6-4. As Gaetti, as Gagney, range rating a B, he makes the play. He has it, throws to second base, the double off Javier. 2 outs. My bad. Good thing I checked. 2 men down. I forget it's a range A or B. I thought it was just range A. I make mistakes all the time, but I want to make sure the game is played right so the right team does win. Here's Geronimo Baroa with 2 outs now, and the base is empty. Tom Gordon gives a good fist pump to Gagney. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a tough 51, and it's a good thing that did happen because Baroa just smacked a double into left field. Oh, how big was that line out now? Baroa will head to second base. Coleman grabs it, throws it in, and that is a 2-out double for Baroa. Oh, boy, what a time for that. And that's Baroa's second hit of the night. You bought a dice tower there today, $22. Great price there, Philip Reynolds. Hope to see it soon when you do some streaming. And welcome, of course, to Oakland Coliseum for a big game tonight. Man on second. Batter now for Oakland is Ruben Sierra. Sierra struck out his last time up. Another chance for the A's to see if they can get a run in. Pitch coming. That's going to be ballpark again, 90 in play. An in-play 18 base hit for Ruben Sierra. He smacks it. That is a definite single into right center field. Baroa coming around third. He will score. Sierra holds it first, and the A's retake the lead. Could have been a lot bigger inning for Oakland, but they do get a big hit from Sierra. In-play single does score the run. And the batter now is McGuire. As Steeler fan also got himself a dice tower. It's got to be awesome in today, really. Everyone getting into cards and dice now, which is awesome. And, of course, I want to thank people such as, they're not here right now, but I don't care. I'm going to thank them anyway. Al, Red Sox fan, Cards and Dice, Tony at Cards and Dice TV, Bleacher Bums Gaming, Steve Tower after further review. Got to thank all these great people that decided to get me into this now. Sierra on it first, McGuire the batter. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a patient as well. A 96 is going to be a fly ball to left. Coleman will get to that. And that will end the inning. 1 run for Oakland on 3 hits. Could have been a lot bigger, but the A's do take the lead. It's 2-1. Timeout. Chris Carter lined into a triple play. Oh, man. What a play that must have been. Like to remind you, we got more exciting baseball action tomorrow and some History Maker golf coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow, probably either early afternoon, History Maker golf, the qualifying rounds for the Northern Trust. And that will be, and that's going to be at the Great Woods Country Club, rounds 1, 2, and 3, as we begin the History Maker Golf playoffs. So we start that tomorrow, And so join me for that. And, of course, we got more baseball. Another big game tomorrow night. The Houston Astros take on the Colorado Rockies, and that is a gigantic game. Astros still trying to stay ahead of Cincinnati. Rockies now still one game behind the Giants for second place in the National League West. Huge game tomorrow. Astros and Rockies. Join me for that. I know Steeler fan will be there at Mile High Stadium for that game. Top of the fourth, 2-1 Oakland here. Todd Van Poppel gets back on the mound. And Gary Gaetti leads off for Kansas City. Pitch coming on the way. That's going to be a patient 75 fly ball to center. Eric Fox is going to get to that one and make the play for out number one. He didn't play much in 1994, but Eric Fox getting a lot of chances tonight. He's doing pretty well. One down. And the next batter will be Jose. Does Payoff Pitch have Bo Jackson for what? 1994? Yes. Yes, he is in the league. Yes, it does. Bo Jackson is in there. I believe he is in there, yes. One out. The pitch to Jose coming up from Van Poppel. And that's going to be a tough 40. Struck him out. Another strikeout for Van Poppel. He averaged 6.4, and that is strikeout number 4 for him. 2 men down. And the batter now is Mike McFarland. He walked his last time up. Payoff Pitch is supposed to have every single player that batted. However, Joe Bryan tries to get his because Payoff Pitch is designed for replays, is what it really is designed for. So if you have 25-man rosters, you should be able to have no problem getting every game with your actual roster in there. That being said, even in this 94 set, he's missing a couple players, but they were so minuscule. Like one had like 1 at bat, 2 at bats, big deal. That's just petty, if anybody has any problem with that. Here's the pitch from McFarland. That's going to be a patient as well, 25 base on balls. McFarland goes to first. Second time he's been walked tonight. And now the batter is Gagne, who made a great play at short to end the third. Runner on first, McFarland, 2B steal rating, will not run. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a patient 70, and that's a ground ball to second base. Easy pickup by Gates. He throws to shortstop, Border covering the bag, and that will do it for the final out. No runs, no hits, a walk, but that is it. Bottom of the fourth coming up, still 2-1 Oakland. That's why I like Payoff Pitch so much, because it's virtually chartless. If you use the fast action cards, it's virtually chartless. You only have to check a few once in a while, I like to say Joe Bryan is updating the rule book and probably be updating some charts as well with some ideas he's gotten from other players. So be on the lookout. This game's going to be even better. In your 15 replay, the Astros struck out 40 times in the Open City Series against Cleveland. Pretty accurate for them back then. True, yeah. In the 2015 Astros, sure. Of course, I like the 2015 year. My Mets made the World Series. Lost it, but made it. And to me, I just want to win I'm happy to I want to get in the World Series, absolutely. But you know what? I really just want to win the pennant. I'm happy if the Mets win the pennant. Win the National League pennant, I'm satisfied. Where are we? Oh, yeah. Bottom of the fourth. You guys always confuse me. Here's Terry Steinbach. He blasted a home run in the second to put the Athletics up. Bottom of the fourth. We'll see if he gets a hold of another one. Gordon's pitch. That's going to be a tough and another rare play. That's rare play number 3. Let's see what this one's going to be. And that is going to be a 3-2. Batter hits a line drive to third base. Roll 1D10. 1 to 3, batter is out. All runners hold. 4 to 10 is a line out into many outs as possible. So it's a line out no matter what. That's the triple play rare play chart. So it's a line out to third. So Steinbach is out no matter what. There was nobody on base. 1 man down. That's an L5. As Steinbach hits one right to Gaetti, who puts it away. Next batter will be Bordick. Like to see the 61 season. Who knows what he's got? As he's trying to redo the 2012 and 2014 seasons for me because they need to be reprinted. 1986 is next, and then he's going to do 1963. 86 is my favorite season. That would be my one I'll be real looking forward to. But the 63 season, I want to see Sandy Koufax's card. What's it going to look like? Tough out, tough out, tough out, tough, tough, tough out, tough out. Maybe a patient, maybe a ballpark. That's it. Sandy Koufax, a 1963 Sandy Koufax card would be a monster. Here's the pitch to Bordick. And that's going to be a tough 55, and that's a fly ball to right. Coming under it's going to be Jose, and that is out number 2. '75, '76, and '90 seasons. Yeah, so would I. They're all good. He'll get to most of them, I think. Here's Craig Paquette. Paquette doubled his last time up. He'll get to him, right? I think what he does, he asks players what season they'd like to see next, and he puts them in order. Right now, I think next up is 86, 63, and then I believe 2001 is what he's going to do next. That season is going to be a blast. Pitch for Paquette. That's going to be a defense 26, range check to first base to Joyner. His range is a B, 1 to 31, 26 on the board, will not get it. That's going to be a base hit. The ball was hit to first. That's going to be a single. Paquette will hold at first base. Second hit for him tonight. As it gets past Wally Joyner, he couldn't make the play. Goes into the outfield. And that will bring up Eric Fox. Fox lined out to third last time up. Paquette not stealing. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a tough 70, and that's a fly ball to straightaway center. Coming under it is McCray. He will get to that and end the inning. No runs on a hit for Oakland. At the end of 4, it's still 2-1 A's. He might do some more baseballs in the dead ball era. He might. A lot of people right now. The only game you can get that has baseball in the dead ball era is APA and a couple of seasons from Stratomatic, and that's about it. Inside pitch, they don't go any further back than 1956. Although I'm pretty sure that Chris is working on doing some dead ball era games because baseball was a different time then. Much different way of game, much different type of gaming. I'm surprised the 1921 season I'm playing right now. I mean, 1921 really is not dead ball. Remember, me and Bleacher Bums Gaming are doing the 1921 replay co-op. He does the American League, I do the National League. We're 10 games into it, and it does feel like a completely different type of baseball. But even the 1920s, 1921 really wasn't dead ball anymore. The dead ball era ended with the 1919 White Sox, or the 1990 Black Sox, I should say. We go to the top of the 5th, 2-1 Oakland. Van Poppel comes back out. Leading off for Kansas City is Jose Lean. He flew out his last time up. Pitch coming. That's going to be a ballpark 87. That's an in-play. And an in-play 32. Lean's going to have himself a base hit. That is a single. He hits that one into left field. Picked up by Javier. He'll throw it in. Leadoff man on base for the Royals. And 11 on the board. Still, Lean's rating is 4C, so there is no steal attempt. Top of the order with Kansas City. Here's Coleman. There was no DH in either league in 1921. Exactly. The pitchers all rated, and I'll tell you, I have the 1921 season, and I'll be honest with you, Philip, some of those pitchers could hit. And sometimes you get some very wacky games. Check out my last Reds-Cardinals game if you haven't. My last replay of the Cardinals just got absolutely destroyed. And lots of errors. Remember, fielding was not really an art back in the day. Only a few fielders were really good. Leaned on it first. Pitch from Coleman. That's going to be a patient 61, and that's a fly ball to right. Sierra will get to that one. And that is out number 1. Lean holds it first. 7 on the dice. Leans till 4C, who will not run. Here's Brian McRae. Is there a Babe Ruth pitching card? Yes, there is. But remember, in 1920, he only pitched a few games. And I'm really looking forward to the ones. Anthony at Bleacher Bums Gaming, he's doing all the Yankee games in 1921, where I'm doing all the Cardinals games. He does Babe Ruth. I'm doing Rogers Hornsby. He does the best home run hitter in the league. I do the best overall average in the league. And yes, there is a Babe Ruth pitching card. He didn't pitch many games, though, only a few. Here's the pitch to McRae. That's going to be a patient 91. That's a ground ball to short. McRae's double play rating's a 5, 7 on the dice. The only place they're going to get is leaned at second, 2 outs on the fielder's choice. Next batter will be Wally Joyner. Joyner doubled his last time up, 2 outs. Pitch from Van Poppel. That's a defense check. 0-1. That's not good. That's going to be an error check to third base. That's going to be Craig Paquette. Error rating of 5. Not a chance. That's going to be an error on Paquette. That is an E5, no doubt. We'll see what kind of error that is. And that is going to be a 1-base error as Paquette failed in transition, and the ball just dropped out of his glove as he was trying to throw to second to get the force out. So now runners at first and second and still 2 outs. And that is an error on the A's. 0-1, not a check. 1964 and 1921. I have all the seasons. The 64 season looks like a lot of fun, too. They all are. I haven't decided which season we're going to do after we're done with 1994, but you guys are going to help me in a selection show. But as I said, long way to go from there. We got more excitement going on here. Here's Bob Hamelin, runners at first and second, 2 outs. Todd Van Poppel looks at Paquette, said, hey, look, man, you should have went ahead and got that play. We'll see if Van Poppel let's see if that ever hurts him. That's going to be a ballpark 97. That's in play. And an in-play 62, he'll get out of it. Fly ball to left field. Coming under it is Javier. He will make the catch, and the A's get out of the jam. Oh, and the fans like that. So no runs, 1 hit, and an error. It's still 2-1 Athletics. 64 is your birth year. 69 is mine. I guess it's one of the reasons why I became an automatic Mets fan. Born in the year of the Amazins. Let's see here. Bottom half of the 5th coming up. 2-1. Leading off for the Athletics will be Stan Javier. Captain Carl joins us tonight. Captain, I salute you, sir. Welcome to Oakland Coliseum tonight. Good to see you there. Absolutely awesome to see you, Captain Carl Yastrzemski. Boston Red Sox's most loved player, in my opinion. Can't go wrong with Ryan and Seaver. You know that's right. Javier leads off. He is 1 for 2 with a double. Here's the pitch to Javier. That's going to be a patient 46, and Javier is going to take a walk to first. He'll be on base for the 2nd time tonight. Steal rating 6B, 6 on the dice. Yeah, possibly so. We're going to take a look at it. B rating. McFarland's arm rating is a 4. It would be a B4. It would be an excellent chance for him to steal. So Javier is going to try to get the jump. So Javier's steal rating is the hold rating for Gordon is a 10, which is not good. Javier's steal rating is a 6. So a 0 to 84 on the card. He goes 23. There he goes. The throw down to second base. Not even close. Javier steals second. Not even close. McFarland had no chance. Javier just got a great jump on that. Stolen base, and now he is on second. The batter is Brent Gates. Gates lined out into a 6-4. Pitch to Gates. And that's going to be another rare play. That is rare play number 4 in this game. A tough 0-0. So here we go. Another rare play tonight. 4-1. Let's have a look and see what it is. 4-1 rare play. And it's tapped in front. The ball is tapped in front of the home plate. If catcher's range rating is A or B, catcher quickly grabs ball and throws a bullet to first base for the out. McFarland's range is an F. Nope. Otherwise, catcher's hurry throw is wide of the bag and batter is safe at first with an infield single, which means Javier goes to third. That is a now goes a single for Brent Gates. Runners at first and third, and nobody out. And here's Geronimo Baroa. Baroa singled and doubled tonight. Ryan, Seaver, Koufax, Gibson, and Johnson would be your dream starting rotation. Well, I'm pretty close. Koufax number 1, Seaver number 2, Gibson number 3, Randy Johnson number 4, and Greg Maddux number 5. However, I have Steve Carlton and Nolan Ryan in the spot starters and long relief. But I have no problem. They're both, like I said, anybody with those kind of good pitching rotations, good luck. Here's the pitch to Baroa. And that's going to be a patient 33, and that's a walk. And Gordon has gotten himself into a little bit of a jam here with nobody out, and the bases are juiced. And the batter now is Ruben Sierra. A big chance for Oakland to get some runs. They're going to go talk to Tom Gordon for a second. Settle him down. Bases loaded. Sierra singled his last time up. Nobody out. The Athletics up 2-1. Oakland with a double play rating of 8. Oakland's going to trade the run for the double play. So they're going to say infield back. Here's the pitch. Big pitch coming up. That's going to be a 10-24. Struck him out. Oh, what a pitch by Gordon. Big strikeout by Tom Gordon. Got Ruben Sierra looking on a curve. Didn't even take the bat off. Sierra thought that was outside. The umpire said, get yourself back to the dugout. That was a perfect pitch, and you know it. Should have swung at it. 1 out. Here's Mark McGuire. McGuire's 0 for 2 tonight. Bases loaded. Big chance here for Oakland. They lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch coming. And that's going to be a tough 91. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. That's caught by Coleman. And that is a tough, I believe. That is a tough. So fly ball to left to Coleman, not deep enough. Javier will have to hold at third. 2 outs. Not deep enough. And Coleman has a good arm rating of 6. So Gordon makes a good pitch and keeps Javier at third. 2 men down. The batter now is Steinbach. He already hit a home run earlier today. Bases loaded. Can Tom Gordon get out of this for the Royals? 2 men down. Pitch on the way. And that's going to be a tough 90. He will. Fly ball to left. Coleman's going to have a beat on it. Gets up to it. Makes the catch. Bases loaded. And Oakland does not score. No runs, 1 hit, a couple of walks. It stays 2-1 A's. And Tom Gordon pumps his fist in the air, knowing he did not give up anything. Timeout. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Van Poppel takes the mound. Leading off for the Royals will be Gary Gaetti. Starting the top of the 6th. Pitch from Van Poppel. That's going to be a tough 61, and Gaetti's going to lead off things with a base hit into left field. That's going to be a single. Gaetti will hold it first. Leadoff hit for him. That's his first hit of the game. 3F steal rating. 9 dice of 9 on the board will not run, and that will bring up Felix Jose. He's 0 for 1. Another good game going on here. Very important for both teams. Oakland 1.5 ahead of Texas in first for the American League West. Kansas City a game and a half back of the White Sox for second place in the American League Central. Top 2 teams each division make the playoffs. Royals right now are in third, trying to get into second with one regular season week left. That's going to be a wheelhouse from Van Poppel. 41 base hit Felix Jose. That's a single. It's a line drive into left field. Gaetti is going to have to hold it second. Cannot get any further than that. And now the Royals got something going on here. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Todd Van Poppel now getting a little bit of trouble. The next batter is McFarland. Tom Gordon got out of it for the Royals. Can Van Poppel get out of it in the A's? We will find out. McFarland at bat. He's walked twice. Pitch on the way. That's a 7. That's going to be a patient 53. Base hit for McFarland. It's a single. See what kind it is. Grounder up the middle to center field. Felix Jose advances to second. Gaetti rounding third. He will score, and the Royals have tied the game up at 2. Fans here got a little bit quiet on that one. As McFarland goes ahead, gets a big base hit. An RBI single. Runners at first and second. Still nobody out. Now tied at 2. They go to talk to Van Poppel for a moment. Try to settle him down. His fatigue inning is 7. He's not fatigued yet. Nobody's allowed 2-3 runs yet. Van Poppel seems to settle him down here. Fans here at Oakland Coliseum trying to cheer his player, play him on. 3 straight base hits. Here's Greg Gagne. Gagne's 0 for 2. Nobody out still. Van Poppel with the pitch. That's a ballpark 0-3 wheelhouse. Wheelhouse 74, however, is going to be a fly ball to center field. Coming under it is going to be Fox. He makes the catch for out number 1. Big pitch by Van Poppel. He got away with it, and Gagne knows he should have had a better hit at that one. Here's Jose Lean. Leaned is 1 for 2, singled his last time up. Now 2 out. Now 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Pitch coming. That's going to be a patient 0-4. That's a walk. And now the bases are loaded. The merry-go-round turns. Bases are loaded for Vince Coleman. Vince Coleman does not ground into many double plays. They're going to call the infield in on this one. Infield in for the A's. Bases loaded. Vince Coleman, the batter. 1 out. Top of the 6th. Tied at 2. Pitch. And that is going to be a patient 97. And that is a fly ball to left. That could score the run. That's a fly ball to left. Coleman is out. As the ball was hit to Javier, his arm rating is a 6. Arm rating is a 6. Jose's run rating is a 7. And they're gonna send him. They're gonna send him deep enough. Here comes Jose. They're gonna try to score. The throw is gonna come from Javier's arm rating is a 6. 6 or lower. 6 or lower, Jose is safe. 7 or higher, he is out. The throw to the plate, he is out of there. Gunned down by Stan Javier at the plate. Side retired. Rolls a 7. And that gets him out of there. And the inning is over. What a throw by Stan Javier to nail Jose at the plate. And that does it. 1 run on 3 hits and a walk. And that's all the Royals will get. Bottom of the 6th coming up, still tied at 2. Timeout. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Tom Gordon, his fatigue rating is an 8, so he's still got a couple of innings left in him. Big play by Javier to gun down a big run, to gun down the go-ahead run. Here's Mike Bordick. He leads off for Oakland, 2 outs. Nobody out, sorry. In the bottom of the 6th. Pitch from Gordon. That's going to be a tough 88, and that's a grounded to short. Picked up by Gagne. He throws to first for out number 1. One man down. Here's Craig Paquette. Paquette's actually had a good night tonight. He's 2 for 2. A single and a double. Pitch on the way. That's a tough 10, but he's not going to get good on that one. Paquette swings and misses. That is strike 3. 2 down. Nice strikeout by Gordon. The next batter is Eric Fox. Fox is 0 for 2. Pitch on the way. That's a wheelhouse, 24, and he popped it up. Popped it up behind the plate. McFarland's going to get to it. He makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Tom Gordon and the Royals. Popped it up on a ball that really Fox knew he should have smacked out of there. Still tied at 2 at the end of 6. Timeout. Remember, we got some big we got some big baseball game coming up tomorrow. We do have some History Maker golf in the morning. It'll be the Northern Trust qualifying round, rounds 1, 2, and 3. History Maker golf at Great Woods Country Club in Massachusetts. An easy course. We should have some high scores from there. So rounds 1, 2, and 3 qualifying History Maker golf. Then tomorrow night we got the Houston Astros taking on the Colorado Rockies in a very big game as well. The Rockies still chasing the Dodgers for second place. The Astros trying to stay ahead of the Reds. Big game tomorrow night. And Captain Carl, I don't know if you know, but next week I am doing a New York Yankees Boston Red Sox game. I know I have to do one you have to have at least one Yankees Red Sox game at any time of season's restart or replay. So we have one scheduled for next week. So I think it's probably going to be Friday. So Yankees Red Sox. So just be looking at the Payoff Pitch Gamers Network on Facebook to check the schedules. And next week we're doing extra games. We're doing double headers because next week is the last week of the 94. Last week is the last week of the 94 regular season. We go to the top of the 7th, tied at 2. Also stay tuned for 7th inning stretch and 10-minute ticker. Todd Van Poppel will pitch. He is not fatigued. Brian McRae leads off for Kansas City. He's 0 for 3 tonight. If he allows a run, though, he will be. Oakland does have the bullpen going. Brandon Baker joins us for baseball. There he is. Here's the pitch to McRae. And that's going to be a ballpark 26. That's wheelhouse. And McRae 29, base hit. That's going to be a single into right field. McRae will hold it first. Leadoff hit for the Royals. Steal rating 5B, 11 on the dice, no steal attempt. And the batter now is Wally Joyner. Brandon Baker, I got History Maker Golf coming up probably late morning, early afternoon tomorrow. Great Woods Country Club doing the Northern Trust. Round 1 of the FedEx Cup. So, Brandon, if you join for a little golf there too, as well as baseball tomorrow, we'll see. Pitch to Joyner. That's going to be a 5. That's a tough 0-1. Struck him out. Todd Van Poppel, huge strikeout on Joyner. 1 out. And now the batter is Hamlin. Brian McRae, a 5B steal rating. Now we could probably do it. And I think they're going to try. So Hamlin, his steal rating is a B. And Steinbach's arm is a 3. So let's see what we do here. It's a B3. It's a very good chance, and he will take it. So let's see if he gets the jump. Steal rating 5. Van Poppel's hold is a 7. A 0 to 56, he steals. 28, there goes McRae. Throw down to second base. Safe. McRae steals second. Puts a big run in scoring position. Stolen base from McRae. And now Hamlin's still up. Hamlin's still up with 1 out. Hamlin's 0 for 3, but a big run in scoring position. Here's the pitch to Hamlin. And that is a patient 46, and he walked him. So the stolen base almost didn't even matter. He would have been on second anyway. So runners at first and second now. Here's Gaetti. Gaetti singled his last time up. And again, Todd Van Poppel in some trouble. He's not totally fatigued yet. He's holding out. 1 out. Pitch to Gaetti. That's going to be another patient 30. And base hit for Gaetti. That is a single. Will that score the run? No, it will not. Long single into the gap to center field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Runner on second advances 1 base. McRae holds at third. It does not score the run, and the bases are juiced. And the batter is Felix Jose. Bases loaded. Bullpen is ready, but taking Van Poppel out wouldn't mean much, really. But bases loaded, 1 out. They really got to do something. That's going to be it for Van Poppel. Bases loaded, you're going to bring in a reliever. They got no choice. Pitched a very good game, actually. Only gave up 2 runs. They'll bring in a right-hander. And I usually go with the pitcher with the most innings pitched. And that's going to be Steve Ontiveros. Ontiveros, 6 wins, 4 losses, 2.65 ERA. He will come in and pitch. He's a long reliever, so we can go 3 innings. Felix Jose is the batter. Bases loaded, 1 out. Jose's double play rating is an 8. A 2-2 tie. In the 7th inning, Oakland will call for infield in. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a patient 41. And it's a base hit for Felix Jose. He gets a single. That's a sharp liner that drops in front of the left fielder. McRae will score. Runner on second, Hamlin scores. Gaetti has to hold it first, and the Royals take a 4-2 lead. Big RBI single, 2 RBI single by Felix Jose. And the Royals have grabbed the lead on this one. 4-2. Fans here just took a little bit of a dump. And still 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Next batter for Kansas City is McFarland. He's reached base all 3 times, 1 single and 2 walks. Ontiveros, see if he can limit the damage. Pitch coming to McFarland. That's going to be an in-play 43, and that's a ground ball to first. McFarland's double play rating's an 8, 10 on the board. Their only play is to get Jose at second, and Gaetti will go to first. It goes as a fielder's choice. McFarland gets there, but there's 2 outs. Fielder's choice. Jose is out. McFarland on at first, and Gaetti goes to third. The batter now is Gagne. Runners at first and third. Just not enough to get the double play with a 10 on the dice. Gagne is 0 for 3, although he's made some great plays in the infield today. 2 outs. Ontiveros trying to limit the damage to 2 runs. Pitch coming. That's going to be a patient as well. Patient 69, ground ball to second. This will do it. Gates grabs it, throws to Bordick covering second base, and that will end the inning. Kansas City gets 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Seventh inning stretch time. Royals lead the Athletics 4-2. Be right back in a moment, everyone. Sports Time Machine joins us here at the Stadium Oakland Coliseum. Welcome, Utah Mike. Looking forward to seeing more of your games coming up. I'm looking forward to doing some more Microsoft Flight Simulator. I actually picked that up a couple of days ago when my Thrustmaster T1600 with Hodas came in today. Makes it a hell of a lot easier to fly instead of using a keyboard. If anyone hasn't tried the new Flight Simulator from Microsoft, it's beautiful. Beautiful game. Gorgeous game. It's really like flying in real life. It really is. But you really have to have a stick. I tried flying it with the keyboard. You don't want to know how many crashed and burns I had. So looking forward to playing some Microsoft Flight Simulator tonight. Probably as soon as I get done with tonight's baseball. Speaking of baseball, it's time for the 10-minute ticker. Today is the 23rd, and we have a full schedule tonight. Full schedule tonight. Let's see what happens. Those of you wondering, here we go. Big 10-minute tickers. Let's see. Let's clear out. Let's make room. And here we go. Boston takes on Toronto. And that is an 8. That's a win for the Blue Jays. They're going to win this game 4-0 over the Red Sox as Boston comes away with the loss. Cleveland taking on Detroit. Cleveland's magic number is a 3. Is 3 for right now to win the American League Central. That's a 5. Cleveland will win that. So now their magic 6-3 over Detroit. So now their magic number is down to 2, deciding what happens with the White Sox tonight. Kansas City, Oakland playing. Milwaukee taking on Baltimore. The Orioles are now 7 wins back of the Yankees. That's a 6, and that's going to be a win for the Brewers. They win that game 8-3, and that really hurts the Orioles. Now Minnesota and the New York Yankees. RJ is a hazard. You know that's right. Minnesota and the Yankees. The Yankees now, with the Orioles losing, the Yankees' magic number is 8, could go down to 6 if the Yankees win. But no, Minnesota gets a win tonight. They beat the Yankees 8-4. Seattle taking on California. Pretty meaningless game. That's a 7. That's a win for Seattle. They'll win that game 7-1 over California. Texas and Chicago White Sox. We have the third game of the series scheduled for Sunday. Big game, big series. Texas trailing to Oakland by a game and a half. The White Sox ahead of Kansas City by a game and a half. This is a big game. Here's the roll. That's a 6. It's a win for the White Sox. They win the game 7-5. The White Sox are the better team. So with the White Sox winning, White Sox go now to 88 wins. So Kansas City needs to win to stay a game and a half ahead. Texas loses, so now if Oakland wins, they get to 2 games ahead of them. Going on to the National League, Chicago Cubs taking on Florida Marlins. Meaningless game. And that's going to be a win for the Marlins. They win that game 9-3. The Marlins actually had a pretty good restart. Next up is Houston at Colorado. We have this game tomorrow. Big game for both teams. Houston trying to stay ahead. They are 5 wins ahead of Cincinnati. The Rockies are 1 win behind San Francisco for second. Here's the roll. That's a 7. It's a win for the Astros. Astros win the game over the Rockies 9-1. Los Angeles taking on San Diego. Dodgers 3 wins ahead of San Francisco for first place. It's a 2. That's a win for the Dodgers. They shut the Padres out 5-0. Montreal taking on the Cardinals. The Expos have not won any games this week, including getting swept by the Phillies. And for those of you who didn't watch last night's game, you should. Montreal taking on St. Louis. Montreal only 1 win ahead of Atlanta. Those 2 teams play next week also. That's a 5. And the Expos finally get a win this week. They beat the Cardinals 4-3. My New York Mets taking on the Braves. Atlanta now needs to win to stay 1 win behind. It's an 8, and that's a win for the Braves. They will win that game by a score of 6-4 over the Mets. So Atlanta still stays 1 win behind the Expos. Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. Meaningless game. That's a 6. It's a win for the Phillies. The Phillies have won 5 straight this week. They beat Pittsburgh 3-1. Finally, San Francisco taking on Cincinnati. Huge game. With the Dodgers winning, San Francisco needs to win to stay 3 wins ahead. Colorado losing, San Francisco can get 2 wins ahead of Colorado for second. Here's the roll. It's a 5. It's a win for the Giants. They win the game 3-1 over the Reds. So the Reds will drop a game to the Astros. The Astros will now be at 93 wins, and Cincinnati stays at 87 wins. So now the Reds are now 6 wins behind the Astros, as it looks like Houston is about to go ahead and clinch that division next week. That's it for tonight's 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. And yes, if you're wondering, Cincinnati does play Houston next week. Atlanta does play Montreal next week. White Sox play Kansas City next week. Yes, they're all scheduled games. May be looking at doubleheaders. As I said, there will be doubleheaders next week. We want to do it. I can't do every game, but we can do at least most of them, where most of the games will matter. Speaking of games that matter, we now go back to the top bottom of the 7th inning, where Kansas City leads the Athletics 4-2. And now the Athletics could get to within 2 wins ahead of Texas, but now Kansas City needs to hold on to stay 1 win behind the White Sox. Tom Gordon will pitch for Kansas City. In the bottom of the 7th, leading off for the Athletics, will be Stan Javier. Let's get back to some baseball, my friends. Last week of the regular season next week. Oh, boy. There's a 3 in play for Gordon. That's an in-play 59. That's going to be a fly ball to right. Coming under it is Felix Jose, and that's going to be out number 1. Fans here in Oakland just saw the Texas score. They are very happy with that, but they now know that Oakland needs to win to stay, to get 2 wins ahead of them. Here's Brent Gates. Gates singled his last time up. Pitch on the way. That's going to be a tough 69. That's a ground ball to second. And Lean is going to get that one for out number 2. And now we have Geronimo Baroa. Baroa has been on base all 3 times. Single, double, and a walk. Tom Gordon pitches to Baroa. That's going to be a 9. That's a tough 69. And that's a ground ball to second again. Lean will have it. He throws over to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Oakland. Nothing across. 7 in the books. Still 4-2 Royals. We go to the top of the 8th. Steve Ontiveros will stay out. He allowed 2 runs, but mostly really they're charged to Van Poppel. But Ontiveros really can only allow 3 runs. I'm not going to say he's fatigued yet. Leading off for the Royals here on the top of the 8th will be Jose Lean. Lean singled and walked and flown out. He is 1 for 2. Pitch from Ontiveros. That's going to be an in-play 34, and that's a popped up in the infield. Coming over to make the play is going to be Craig Paquette, and he's got it. Pop out to third, 1 out. One out. The batter now is Vince Coleman, top of the order. Coleman is 1 for 4 tonight. Pitch coming, and that's going to be a tough 68, and that's a ground ball to second base, picked up by Gates. He has it, throws it over to first for out number 2. And now Brian McRae. McRae singled his last time up. He is 1 for 4. Two outs. Pitch to McRae. That's going to be a defense check 96. That should be fine. Error check to shortstop. Not a problem for Bordick. His error rating is a 3, but a 96 on the board. Easy play for Bordick. He throws to first, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Ontiveros. Nothing there for Kansas City. Still 4-2. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Tom Gordon's fatigue inning, but they're going to take him out as he's done the job. And the Royals are going to go to the bullpen and look to set this game up. So here you got to bring in a setup man. Let's see who they're going to bring in here. They'll bring in a right-hander, that's for sure. Problem is the Royal bullpen was just not that great. Coming into pitch is going to be Rusty Meacham. He'll take over. 3 wins, 3 losses, 3.73 ERA. But a very capable setup man is Meacham. And he will take over. He'll probably pitch this inning, and then Jeff Montgomery will probably pitch inning the 9th. Although, anytime Jeff Montgomery gets up there as a closer for the Royals, I get nervous. But he is the Royals closer, and that's what you pay him for. Here's Ruben Sierra leading off for Oakland here, bottom of the 8th. Still 4-2. I have a feeling one team was leading the division tonight, won't be there when the season ends next week. Very possible. Very possible. The closest division right now is the Montreal-Atlanta. Atlanta is 1 game behind the Expos. The Giants are 3 behind the Dodgers. With the Astros winning tonight and the Reds losing, the Astros now have a 7-game lead on a 7-win lead on Cincinnati. And remember, as I said earlier in the broadcast, there were games that were scheduled that were not played, probably due to rainouts. I am not going to go any further. So there are going to be some teams that played 159 games, 158 games, 160 games, that kind of thing. I'm not going to go any further. The season ends on the October 2nd, 94. Here's the pitch of Sierra. And that's going to be a patient 60, and that is a ground ball to second. Picked up by Lean. They'll throw to first for out number 1. And Lean has made the last 3 outs. The last 3 batters have all grounded to second. Here's Mark McGuire. McGuire 0 for 3. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Pitch coming. And that's going to be a 7. That's a tough 53. Struck him out. Big strikeout by Meacham to get McGuire 2 down. And now Terry Steinbach. Steinbach homered in the 2nd, but he's 1 for 3. Rusty Meacham pitching to Steinbach. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a tough 46, and that's going to be a base hit for Terry Steinbach. He actually hits that all the way into the gap in center field. Steinbach going for 2. He will make it. That is a double. 2-out double for Steinbach, his 2nd hit of the night. And now the batter is Mike Bordick. And Bordick is 0 for 3. And now we're going to take a look and see if there's anybody else that they could bring in to bat more. That could bat better. As I'm taking a look at the bench to see if they want to replace Bordick. And I don't think so. The answer is no. The other batters I would choose would not much of increase, so Bordick's going to bat. So Steinbach on at second base, Mike Bordick at the plate. He represents a tying run. Rusty Meacham, he's the setup man, trying to set up for the 9th. Put you in, coach. You got it, Philip Reynolds. Go grab a stick and get to the plate. Here's the pitch. That's an 8. That's a patient 89, grounded to short. Easy play for Gagne, throws to first, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. And that is all for Oakland. At the end of 8, it's still 4-2. We're going into, yes, the 9th inning. And you all know what happens in the 9th inning, people. Top of the 9th, 4-2. Steve Ontiveros leading off the batter for Kansas City is Wally Joyner. Ontiveros will pitch. Wally Joyner hits both arms well, so putting in somebody else won't really matter. So Ontiveros will pitch to Joyner. Joyner hit a double in the game and reached on an error. He is 1 for 3. Pitch to Joyner. That's going to be a tough 92. Ground ball to second. Coming to get it, it's going to be Brent Gates. Throws to first for out number 1. Next batter is Bob Hamelin. Hamelin is 0 for 3 tonight. He did get on base with a walk. 1 out. Pitch to Hamelin. That's going to be a 9. That's a tough 27. And Hamelin swing and a miss. He's strikeout. 2 down. Big strikeout. Now he's got to go up against Gary Gaetti. Gaetti's had a good night. 2 for 4, 2 singles. Steve Ontiveros trying to finish this game for Oakland and then see if they could take their hacks in the bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. Pitch to Gaetti. That's a 10. That's an in-play 97 fly ball to left. Stan Javier will camp under it, and he'll make the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning, and that does it there. We go to the bottom of the ninth. 4-2 Royals. Craig Paquette is due to bat. They're going to definitely pinch hit for him. And Rusty Meacham right now is the pitcher of record. In my opinion, when you need a closer, that's who you do. So coming on to pitch for the Royals is going to be Jeff Montgomery, as Meacham is done. Montgomery had 27 saves. As I said, when it comes to closing, this is what you pay them for to do. Get the outs. Although Montgomery, he's blown, I think, 2 or 3 saves in a few of the games of the Royals. 2 wins, 3 losses, 4.03 ERA. Jeff Montgomery will come on to close. There'll be a pinch hitter for Paquette. He's the third baseman. They do have other third basemen take the position. So let's see who's going to pinch hit. And the pinch hitter is going to be Scott Brocious. And Brocious will also take over at third base as well. So in case this inning goes any further, Brocious is now the new third baseman. And he will bat. Brocious bats .243, 7 homers against the right-handers. Jeff Montgomery in to get the save for the Royals. Bottom of the ninth. Fans here at Oakland Coliseum want to see some ninth inning magic. Here's the pitch. Ballpark, 85. That's an in play. In play, 71. Fly ball to center field. Coming under it is going to be McCray. He gets to that, and that is out number 1. Eric Fox is due to bat. They'll take him out as well. He's center fielder. They'll bring in another batter for him and take over at center field. And the batter will be Troy Neal. He bats .232 against the right-handers. He has 8 home runs. Troy Neal will go up against Jeff Montgomery. He's the lefty. So we'll see what happens here. 1 out. Montgomery now trying to go up against Neal. Here's the pitch. It's a 5. It's a tough 75. That's a fly ball to center field. Brian McCray gets under that one as well. And there are now 2 outs. Two men down. Last chance for Oakland, Stan Javier. Can Montgomery just have a 1-2-3 inning? Javier, the batter. He doubled, got on a walk. Today, he is 1 for 3. This is to keep the game alive. Montgomery looking to keep Kansas City to keep them tied keep them 1 game back of the White Sox. Here's the pitch. It's an 11. It's a ballpark 33. Javier batting from the left. That's wheelhouse. Wheelhouse 0-4. Crack. That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep. That ball is hit gone. Home run. Stan Javier. A big home run, but only a solo shot. A wheelhouse 0-4 against righties. Javier does hit the homer, but only a solo shot. It's now 4-3, and the fans are wishing there was just somebody on base for that. But Jeff Montgomery gives up a homer. But now 4-3. The game continues, and the batter will be Brent Gates. 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth, 4-3. Montgomery, they talked to him for a second on the mound. Now they get back. Jeff Montgomery just needs 1 out. Brent Gates, he does have home run power, but I think he might be happy just to get on base. Montgomery sets and deals. Does the game continue? It's a 7. It's a patient 99. That will do it. Fly ball to left field. Vince Coleman camps under it, puts out his glove, block. The ball goes into it, and that is the game. One run on 1 hit, but a home run, but it just doesn't do it, as the Royals will escape with a big victory here at Oakland Coliseum, 4-3. Hold on, I'll give you a line score in a moment. For the Kansas City Royals, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For Oakland, for the Oakland Athletics, 3 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher was Tom Gordon. He gets the win. Todd Van Poppel unfortunately took the loss because he had the runners on base, even though Steve Ontiveros allowed them. And Jeff Montgomery does pick up the save, although he did give up a home run in its time. So that will do it here from Oakland Coliseum. On your way through the turnstiles, please leave a like on your way out through the door. Like to remind you, tomorrow we have History Maker Golf in the early part of the day. The Northern Trust, at the Great Woods Country Club, rounds 1, 2, and 3 for History Maker Golf. And tomorrow, the Houston Astros take on the Colorado Rockies in another gigantic game as we get with major playoff implications of both teams. And next week is the final week of the 1994 Pennant race. 1 week of regular season left. But we're going to have some double headers in the last 3 days of the season. So lots of baseball coming our way to see who will be the 6 teams in each league that will go to the playoffs. Remember, top 2 teams in each division make it. Number 6 plays 5 in a 1 game. And number 5, the winner there, will play the winner of 4 in a best of 3. Steeler fan 1933, Philip Reynolds, D. Shrek, Salvador America, Brandon Baker, Sports Time Machine, Steeler fan 1933, Captain Carl, Bears Den 007, Tribe fan. Thank you all, 879. Thank you all for joining me. Please check out their channels. They're all spectacular. Sports Time Machine's channel's full of Stratomatic baseball, doing a Yankees and Mets 1980 replay, which is exciting. So make sure you stop by there. For all of you who are also doing your own work for Payoff Pitch or History Maker Golf or any system, Stratomatic, APA, Inside Pitch, please enjoy it. That does it for tonight here at Oakland Coliseum. We'll see you tomorrow for some golf and baseball. Final score here from Oakland Coliseum, Royals over the Athletics, 4-3. Good baseball game, people. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. See you tomorrow night.